What's up, guys? How we doing? We have sexy superheroes, we have angry children, and a lot of fun stuff. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to the AFTERBUZZ Powerless TV show. I am Alex Suarez. You can find me all over the internet at Real Alex Suarez.
Hey guys, I'm Chae Jones. You can find me at Real Chae Jones. And we're back with another Powerless episode.
Green Furious. And it was furious.
It was interesting.
Okay, no, I have to say right off the bat, this was my absolute, without a doubt, favorite episode. The comedy in it, the concepts in it, just the content. Killed it for me. What about you, Chae?
I loved it. I like the introduction, Green Fury and like her and Olympian apparently were dating and now they're broken up.
Yeah.
And I found it interesting. Maybe it's just a female thing, like when reporters are just interviewing females, they're like, are you you're getting fat now, especially for a tabloid, are you getting fat because you guys broke up or this, that, and the other? I'm just like, those are some stupid questions to ask me. I just saved some people.
Well, that's what I love. Is oh man, finally, I know it's not about the superheroes and we keep saying that, but just it was great to see just basic human celebrity politics just overlaid with this superhero in place, So I just kind of like what did they call it? Olympa Fury? That was the name of like the Olympian and Green Fury that were dating, and that's hilarious because the fans always coming up with combined names for the celebrity couples, which was really funny. And again, she's a superhero saving people, and it's funny to see that even in their world, you can save a kid from a building, but you're still putting on weight.
Wow.
It's not my fault. Hey, I didn't write it.
I wanted to I was with Emily at this point because she's like she just said something. Why do you care? Like you should be more focused on the fact that she actually just saved some people and not her social life.
Well,
it's not that important.
But here's the thing: is if you're a superhero and you're putting everything, I mean, obviously you're not doing it for. Some superheroes are doing it for praise and so on and so forth. But if you're putting your life out there, putting your life on the line to save people, I would expect a little bit of gratitude. So what if I want to eat a donut? I can fly.
No, I agree with that. The whole I think the subplot was like the whole feminist, sexist, whole debate.
A lot of that, yeah.
And that was just like an amazing topic to have, during this time too. So I thought that was just an interesting way to bring all the comedy, but bring a serious aspect to it as well.
And you know what? I thought they balanced that really well in this episode because it's here's the thing about when shows get political, and I'm sure audience, you guys can relate. It just tries so far in one direction that it just kind of sucks you out of it or back it off, even if you're in support of what they're advertising. For example, like in this episode, something like feminism, right? It's really easy, in my opinion, to push feminism to a point where you just want to back off and say, okay, well, this is just too much of a political statement for me. I mean, even if you're on board with it, they push it so far in one direction, it draws you away from it. And I think this episode did really well with balancing it. And I think a great way to do that is obviously comedy. And I think they did just hit their points consistently in this episode. So it opens up Green Fury saving somebody from a building, the reporters, like you said, asking those questions, and then we get Emily stepping into the rescue, standing up for what's right, as usual in typical Emily fashion. Just happens to be in the right place at the right time, which makes me wonder, it's like the same plaza where all of this stuff goes around.
Seriously, we're like in How I Met Your Mother land.
Yeah.
But it's Powerless.
Yes, that's funny. It has the same feel, actually.
No, when he was running away, I was just like, isn't that the
same block?
The same where they laid down
the triangle was like right there.
To the bar.
Yeah.
I was just I kept getting that vibe, but I actually like that. We get to see they take the same way to work every day.
You'd think there'd be like a quarantine zone or like a sign that says, warning, jack-o'-lantern bombs here a lot.
I feel like they don't really need it. They should know.
Yeah, you're right.
At that point,
it's like a local thing. It's like, oh, only tourists go down that way. That's the bomb place.
And the fact that because she saved her life. Oh, now they're dating. Seriously.
That was great.
I loved it. And the fact I had a little Green Fury button, emergency button, which I thought was awesome.
Which logistically, I have a question about. If you push a button, I get with Superman when they hit a button with Superman, or Jimmy has his little watch or something, what happens? It goes supersonic, and only Superman with a Superman hearing can hear it. But how does Green Fury know? Does she get hot? Does he push the button and she gets like a heat wave go on? Or does it like beep and she knows, oh, well, the only person I've ever given a button to is Emily, and just magically knows where she is? I'm just interested logistically how it works. That's what I'd like to know.
Logistics, okay.
Anyway, so Emily ends up saving her life, so naturally Green Fury owes her one. And by the way, I really like that actress. She's definitely growing on me. Yes, she's
killing this role.
She does a really good job of her subtleties and just being strong without intimidating, without being like in your face. I'm strong, but she just is. She is who
no, I love what she landed. She landed next to Emily, and she's like she's right. Like, thank you. Finally, somebody's like get what it's all about in the first place. It's not about who I'm dating, who I'm not dating, who dumped who, what donut. I'm like, I consume because I can actually enjoy myself once in a while. Yeah. But like, it's about the fact that I'm out here saving saving everybody's life.
Yeah.
That's all that should matter.
Yeah, but
people
realistically, the same thing would still happen.
True.
100% real. I guarantee it.
Which is what
if
I like
Kim
about
Kardashian
this episode,
suddenly got the ability to fly around and save people, people would still be like, I wonder what her relationship's like though.
True. That's what I actually loved about this episode. There was such a real aspect.
Hit home. Yeah, for sure.
In the human versus superhero way. Like, they made it so real in that moment. Like, even they're super celebrities, but celebrities nonetheless, and people are gonna do what they want to.
Yeah, it's true. So moving on, Emily gets the opportunity, as we found out, to be on a board meeting for the first time with Vanderveer Wing. So, of course, what does he want her to do? Give all of her opinions. No, he wants her to sit there, be quiet, and be silent, and just laugh at Van's jokes. And to be fair, we have learned in other episodes, Van is a professional kiss ass, and he is the best at it. And he's actually quite good at it. We could all learn just a little something from the way Van kisses ass. But Emily keeps obviously being who she is in the meeting. Meeting comes along. They're ready to scrap the poncho, which again, I'm so happy we got another invention. Yay, laser poncho.
He's super happy.
I love inventions. I wish that we could just do like just a book on just super inventions for normal people.
Or like an episode where they like show Emily like all the failed ones, and maybe she wants to pick one up and like re-establish it to make it better.
Chae, I love that idea.
I love that idea.
She's going through like the archives or something.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't this work? Well, why didn't that work? Kind of similar to like the first episode when she picked up on
the umbrella.
Yeah, and then the gloves as well later on in another episode. But anyway, so she decides that it would be a smart idea to play her power card, invite Green Fury to the board meeting with their magical little button that logistically does not make any sense, but we're going to bypass that.
Anyway, we're going to move past it.
And does she have a GPS that pops up?
We're going to keep moving forward a little bit.
She, and of course, superhero pops up, can't deny the commercial. If you got that celebrity power, commercial's being done.
Right.
So that sparks the whole production meetings and all that stuff, which is good because Emily obviously is moving ahead and everything looks like it's moving towards in Emily's favor. She storyboards, she gives all of the things, and I don't know if you guys ever do any marketing or commercial campaigns or anything like that, but it's funny because what ended up happening is very similar to a lot of times what ends up happening. The commercial starts out one way, and by the time it goes into production, it's totally different. Like, you're going to be in a car, you're going to be cruising, you're going to be smiling and laughing, and all of a sudden a deer comes into the road. You brake really quick. Honda. Be safe on the road. Good braking. First in its class. And then now you're on a beach.
He just gave you his best commercial audition right now.
There you go. Put that on my reel, guys. Honda. There you go. That's for you. But instead, you end up on the beach, laying back, kicking back, having a soda, and then a Honda pulls up with a surfboard on it, and then with a butta surfboard, and then that's so it changes all the time. Is my point, So it was actually it was on point. It hit home really well, actually.
No, what I thought was funny is because, like, especially in certain companies, big corporations, they are a boys' club, and the fact Emily was sitting in on that, it was just like, okay, and I was like, if I'm Emily, I'm like, if I have to be quiet, okay, I will, unless I feel there's a reason to not be quiet anymore.
Sure.
And, like, she was given the perfect, she was like, but why? Like, we can still make this work.
Absolutely.
And I just and I forget the guy's name. Oh my gosh, the head honcho guy. I don't remember his name though.
Oh,
I don't know if they mentioned it. So at that point,
he was a great little actor, by the way. That was dude, solid day player. Solid day player.
He was fantastic, but it is like an old boys club, especially like in big corporations like Wayne Security, where they just see women's kind of as sex symbols. So don't get me wrong, sex does sell, but that's not all women are. And I love at the end of this episode, which we will talk about, a nice man. It was amazing, and I was just so
I'm sure
happy.
you like that a lot.
I see. This is my thing. I won't buy that poncho, but I will watch that video over and over and over again while Pony is playing in the background just for fun.
Pony. We should have opened with that song.
Oh shoot!
How did we not open with Pony?
How did we not think of that?
Can we rap with that later?
Let's yes,
rap
let's close
with that song.
Oh
I would love that. That'd be great.
Magic Mike moments.
Yeah, there you go.
Because Olivia was getting. I was like,
it turned into
okay.
Oh man.
It's like I'm like when like the okay. Let's talk about
let's move on. Let's move on.
Focus group.
Oh, focus group. I love that part, by the way.
Like no, Teddy needs help. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So in the middle of all of this, which was great, we had a lot of little mini storylines going on. My favorite of which was Jackie and Ruby and the whole and Wendy and that inner daughter struggle, which was actually really well written. But of course, in the alternate storyline is that whole focus group thing. So in the middle of Teddy trying to impress Green Fury, he decides that he wants to try on a nice little leather jacket. Actually, not dissimilar to my own.
You have a youst infection.
It's a youst.
Youst infection.
A youst infection.
If you didn't know.
If I didn't know. I was unaware. Doctor! And he goes into that focus group and instantly gets shut down. So, ladies, I guess you're not interested in leather jackets.
Teddy's the type of person, like, even though he wants your opinion, he wants you to have the opinion that he has in his head. Mm-hmm. And anytime you, like, disagree with that, like, he's going to go on the attack mode.
Yes. I'm your friend as long as you agree with me.
And it was just like, dude, like, even I was just like that. I don't know what I was going to say. I almost say you look like Assassin's Creed on drugs, in that jacket.
Hey, careful.
What he did.
There's nothing wrong with Assassin's Creed.
No, I'm not saying anything is wrong with Assassin's Creed. What I'm saying is, in that jacket, however, he looked like a strung out Assassin's Creed reject.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Fair enough. Yes, he did.
It
wasn't the best jacket. No, I'm on board with you. I'm on board with you. So anyway, going to Jackie and Ruby.
First, loved it. That's something special because I was like 7.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
that's she's starting to have her own opinions and
it's tough.
Keep things from your parents. Like that kind of happens around that age.
Mm-hmm. It's great that they address stuff like that because it's also very real because Jackie's a working mom, and she's a working mom that has a very specific personality, but never let that shadow the fact that she loves her daughter more than anything else in this world. And of course, we know kids will keep things from their parents, especially when intelligent kids. Here's the thing: is there's like normal children, but then you have intelligent children that have the concept of what they say and the repercussions of what they say, so they can see 2 steps ahead. And generally, it tends to be girls actually, because they tend to develop quicker than boys. Mm-hmm. And so I have students that are very similar to her and that have refrained from saying things because they know it's going to upset somebody else. And I'm like, how did you even have the forethought of that?
I think I was like that as a kid too. Like, if I could like stop myself from hurting somebody's feelings, I would just don't do it.
Yeah. But anyway, so I thought she was like a little demon on the inside when she's going around and they're sawing off Superman's manhood.
I just thought that's such a Wendy thing. That's what I actually thought was like. First of all, Wendy would be a terrible babysitter, but I do love her character, and I love her childlike innocence and her naivety. Like,
because she's just a big kid.
She's a big kid, and it was just like so cute. And like I loved how Jack's like, here's her toys, here's her birth certificate. Her father is not unknown. I actually know who he is, but I was mad at him that day. And I'm just like, you're mad on the day you gave birth. Like, I mean, I can understand the concept why you're mad.
The father is known. I
can understand why you're mad. I would be mad too. I just pushed out a human being out of my like hoo-ha. Like, I would be pissed too at that point. But like, what did he like in my mind? What did he do on that day that like you were just like, you're like unknown.
You were banished from my child's life. Oh man. So
that was really funny.
In any event, it's great. We ended up having that little moment with Jackie and Ruby after her, and she gets into that big the big debacle with Wendy, and Ruby finally steps in and tells her why she was upset, and Jackie gave that actress gave a phenomenal little performance there. And then we finally, after we move on from that, we go to the commercial where, of course, by the way, I want to say I really like the Justice League references here that we had like a lot of
Justice League Europe.
Justice League Europe, but it was great because Green Fury's only motivation for doing it was so she could be seen in better light and possibly taken seriously by the Justice League, and eventually she does join the Justice League. Actually, that's another story. So we have we go on, we see the commercial, and of course, it's not as Emily storyboarded and, have people going into the building and being safe and everything. It's a Carl's Jr. commercial with Paris Hilton and, Jessica Simpson and the clothes coming off and the bubbles in the car, and He was working it,
I'm like, dude, what are you doing your time
And
off?
I will get a lot of hate for this, but I was excited to see the commercial.
How are you going to get hate for that?
Hey, this is a feminist episode. You never know. People get mad at me for it, okay? But
I think that's the actual awesome thing for a guy to say personally. That
I would have loved the commercial.
He would have loved the commercial.
There's a reason those things sell, okay?
Which is, like somebody said in the chat, nowadays that thing, everybody loves seeing that type of stuff. And I'm not saying I don't, but it's also nice to, have both sides of the spectrum as well.
Sure. Well, there's nothing wrong with admiring what a woman has to offer.
Or what a man has to offer.
Which is what we end up seeing. Now, I'm a fan of the Olympian as much as the next guy, but I would have preferred to see Green Fury, but it is what it is.
I was happy I was happy for Olympian.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, not as happy as he was.
He was very...
Oh, man, that guy was ecstatic. He's like, I get to take my shirt off, flex my pecs, and wash the car.
No, my favorite part he was no, my favorite part was when she's like, call me at no, I'm not gonna get with you later for dinner, but call me at 11. See how we
can bang one out.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, booty calls going on all up and through.
You know what? At least that they have a mutual understanding of what their relationship is,
which is a good thing to see as well.
Well, when you think about it, I mean, okay, so a while back I don't know if any of you guys remember Smallville.
Yay.
Long time ago, but there was this one episode that I'll always remember as a kid because it actually answered a lot of my questions, where Lana Lang got superpowers, and let's just say the house was shaking, and I always wondered about that. I'm like, man, Superman's a boss. He's got to restrain like nobody's business, because if he slips up for 1 second, she dies. So
okay, quick question because we're almost done.
Yeah.
Renji in the chat says, if you were a superhero, what power would you have and what would your name be?
Ooh, telekinesis. I'm talking like Phoenix Force telekinetic ability. And my name...
Oh, you stole mine, but go ahead.
Oh, was that you?
I want to do Jean Grey type.
Oh.
But I'll change it. Go ahead.
Telekinesis. If not telekinesis, then probably matter warping. Kind of Dr. Manhattan-ish. But other name, I don't know. Psycho. There you go.
I would love either Storm's power or projection like Wyatt from Charmed.
Oh,
because you can whatever you
astral
imagine.
Projection.
No projection. It's a totally different spectrum of what it is. It's even you know how the little boy he could turn his dolls into real life people.
Yeah,
so it's what you want. You can project it out. So I would love that, and my name would be Project.
Cool, I like it. What would your name be?
I just said Project.
Oh, Project. Oh, I thought it was Project.
Project.
Thank God Project's here.
Well, I mean, I can't say pro. It's we can't say pro. There's not much you can do with that. Oh, Imagine Night.
Imagine Night. I like it. Clever.
I love it.
Well, guys, if you guys have any cool superhero power / names, I like that question. Go ahead and drop them in the comments. We love seeing you guys. We love seeing what you guys write. I always check. I'm sure Chae does as well.
I do.
All right. Well, guys, we're wrapping up another episode of Powerless. We hope to see you guys next week. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will continue to bring you fantastic coverage on this show.
And you are.
And I am Alex Suarez. You can find me all over the internet at Real Alex Suarez.
Hey guys, I'm Chae Jones. You can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me at Riverdale tonight with Jordan Calloway. It's going to be epic, guys. And tomorrow, 13 Reasons Why. We love Powerless. It was an amazing episode. Feminists rocks.
It was a great episode, guys. Hopefully they keep this comedy going. We will see you guys next time. Catch you later. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.